Greetings and salutations and welcome once again to the Capeless Crusaders live from the, what are we calling it?
The Safe House.
The Safe House, where I hide apparently all my stuff. My name is David Barry at Dr. Barry on varying social media platforms. Hey, how about to my right we have...
Oh my gosh, that is me. Hi, I'm Amy Nuna. You can find me at iJaneUrobot on, I'm going to steal this, on everything, on almost everything. And if I throw it over your head like that, it might land on someone.
Weird. I'm always on the right.
I know, this is definitely...
I'm over on the left. This is weird. This is the Azorian one, Anthony Esteves,
No,
on the left.
No political affiliation.
No, that's not what I mean. No.
What?
You're not. That's what I'm saying.
Aww.
It's not about political affiliations. Welcome to the first Capeless Crusaders podcast of the new year. As you can tell, we got some new digs. We'll go over that here in a little bit. As always, on this week's episode, we are going to go round the horn. We're going to talk about what we've been reading. Don't do it yet. We've also going to go over some news that has happened, has happened recently. We're going to talk about the Crusader plans for the next couple months, and we'll see what happens. So, as always, the Capeless Crusaders are brought to you in part right up here. Unless you're listening to audio only, we have Computer Booter.
Hey.
Your local computer, mobile device, repair, retro video game, lounge, and store. And also, Empire's Comic Hall, right above that.
Right.
Our favorite local comic book store, though you should support all of your local comic book stores.
All of them.
Do it.
Of course. Now, that being said, in the new year, it's new year, new you, new crew.
Oh!
But
my eyes look blue.
There is something, autofocus, that we still will always do.
Is it be hella cool? Because that's
No.
what it says over my head.
We're going to go round the horn.
I like that.
I did not know Bo and Luke Duke were part of Round the Horn. That's funny.
That's what happens when David Barry starts getting sound effects
Is that
going.
the General Lee parked outside? That's
When
weird.
we go round the horn, we go around the table in a circular fashion, except for the fact that
This is not...
This is 2018. We haven't had a round table probably since 2015.
Not circular.
Can I vote for like a lazy Susan so I can spin it?
Then we'd all vomit.
Good rectangle shape.
I imagine we would vomit. Anyway, we go around the horn, we go around the table in a circular fashion, except for the fact that we don't have a circular table. We do is we describe what comic books we have been reading this week.
Is that sweet?
So I'm going to, or last week, or last year, or, because we haven't
Was
seen you guys
almost last year.
since last year.
Good joke!
Somebody got
We
it.
lost Mickey.
Anyway,
He's gone.
I'm
miss
going
you.
to start us off because I only have one thing that I bring. It's not actually even technically a comic book. It is the Alan Moore's How to Write Comics.
Oh, that was you?
Yes.
Joining the writing world.
Because I want to learn how to write comic books, and I really respect Alan Moore, despite the fact that he's a weirdo. So I got the Writing for Comics by Alan Moore, autofocus, that I have been checking out. It's basically his explanation on how to form an idea, how to form a plot, all these different things. It's really cool. I'm really down with it. So that is all I've been reading. So Amy, you're super excited for what you've been reading.
Oh my gosh, I kind of inhaled a lot of stuff today. I was really
She
inappropriate.
inhaled. It's okay. In 2018, you can now.
Hey! Somebody else got that joke in. Oh!
It's a wee joke.
It's
legal.
It's a wee joke.
It's a wee joke. Amy, what have you been reading?
Sorry, I really like wee jokes. So today alone, I crunched through 30 through 33 of The Wicked and the Divine. So I got up to the end of that arc. I also did the Christmas Annual, which was great because a whole bunch of different artists and inkers in it. That was see. I also did, which I was really, really excited about, Gambit and Rogue, #1.
Oh, hey!
Wait, who in Rogue?
No!
Hi, get a crawdad. What a Rogue get?
Look at that mic.
Get a crawdad.
Get a crawdad. Peeking right there.
Get a crawdad.
And all the crawdads are dead.
Liliana.
How was that?
I hate that so much,
how was
but
the
I
Rogue
love
and Gambit?
it. Was actually fantastic.
Okay, cool.
So I have a deep-seated love for Gambit, if you can't tell.
Mon chéri.
Annie Husky, and we are dealing literally right off the bat the friction that we've consistently had because they're together, not together. They're
Will they? Won't they?
Yeah,
Don't touch him.
and literally at the end they are being sent on a mission to go to therapy, couples therapy, on an island that happens to have a whole bunch of other mutant couples that are in therapy too.
Down with that.
It's really funny because the last page is not exactly what you expected at all.
Yeah,
and it's great.
What do you think angers Rogue? Crawdad? Crawdad.
And she's just like, no, my powers, no. We tried Remy, stop. No. That pretty much and scene.
That was great. We should pitch that to Disney.
We should.
Which would be a ham-fisted segue, but we're not quite there yet.
Not there yet.
So I'm good. I'm pretty solid.
Cool.
I didn't brush up on the IKEA catalog. I actually read stuff.
That's a low blow at Darth Vader in the chat.
I don't know. He could be reading stuff.
Chevs,
yes.
What have you read? You had a month.
Well,
and Christmas was coming.
Let me tell you, as I kill time. I'm actually reading a book, but it does deal with stuff we talk about and many other pop culture items. I am reading Ready Player One.
Finally.
Thanks to Miss Amy over there.
He has my signed copy. If it doesn't come back in pristine condition, Ernie, I need a new one.
It's always kept out of the reach of the kids. Always kept out of the reach of them.
Every time you rock it, autofocus.
Sorry.
Can we all just start rocking?
Fidgety.
Turn off autofocus.
Reading that, currently in chapter 6. Still fresh into the book, but I'm excited for it. I am now. I do have that special version of the song for the trailer stuck in my head, featuring the Willy Wonka theme.
Yes.
So that's pretty epic. But yeah, I'm reading that right now, and I think after tonight's show, I'll be back on the comic book train while also reading Ready Player One.
If you don't finish by the time the new ARG comes out, I might get it.
When's that come out?
The new what?
Now.
Oh. Wait.
Augmented. Doing another hunt. I'm doing it.
When is that? Now, you said?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't read it.
It's been in play. No, you can catch up. We're all still waiting on the first date. You're solid. Okay. Like you haven't got to.
I just gotta go into the Oasis. See the Oasis. See?
Enter. What is it? Enter the oasis.com.
It's the game in the book. Not
I know.
Today is gonna be the day that they're gonna come back to you.
Oh Lord.
I've read the book
right now.
What is
somehow
Wonderwall. Well, maybe you're going to be the one that saves him.
So we should have had Amy go second because Amy would have had a nice ham-fisted segue into the next because she mentioned that Rogue and that Gambit, which is going to be in our next topic.
Spider-Man?
Someone call up.
Oh, Monkey,
the news monkey.
Monkey.
I don't know if that's a good option to call him up. He's been having problems.
Oh, those are ridiculous.
This just in.
Yeah.
I told you he was having problems. I didn't even get to talk to him.
Thanks, Monkey. So those of you, as when we last saw Monkey,
he was doing good.
He was going through some things and doing some rehab, and he's fully off the bandwagon. He didn't just fall off; he jumped off.
The bandwagon or just the wagon?
The wagon.
Okay.
He's on the bandwagon.
He's also
Ready Player
One. He's also
One.
A bandwagon Vikings fan.
Yes, that's what he is. Yeah, he was cheering like crazy because he fell off the wagon, jumped off the wagon. He just jumped as far as he could off the wagon.
He dove.
He's back to that little mean monkey we're used to. Anyway. Hi. So first things first, on our news, we have local comic store closing in the area.
Oh my gosh.
A sad moment here. What was the name of the store again?
There's 2 of them. That's the problem. There have been 2. We lost 2 local Sacramento comic book stores just in December. We lost Broadway Comics.
We lost Broadway?
Which I believe is the oldest comic book store in Sacramento.
Yeah, it was over. Wasn't it over by Tower?
Yes, it's in the same... It's like attached.
Son of a brisket.
That's even sad. More sad. That's the oldest one.
Yes. So Broadway Comics, unfortunately, to digital sales, he just wasn't getting enough foot traffic. So graduated from. He's a local boy. Graduated from Sac State. Graduated from the business program. Opened a comic book store. And unfortunately had to close it. He is still online. He's doing online sales though. He's going to try going from brick and mortar to online sales to see if he might recoup. On the other side,
what's the best for you?
Opposite, because that was downtown, midtown-ish. In Elk Grove, Metropolis Comics.
The Beast,
The
dude.
Beast.
That is the Beast.
With how many backs? Has closed. So now, Broadway comics closed because of business going down. Metropolis was actually doing really well.
Very, very well.
Metropolis was a focal point of that community, game store, all kinds of events.
Sister store to Oblivion Comics and Coffee downtown.
Yes.
They helped start them up.
Exactly. So, unfortunately, different story for Metropolis was not related to business. This one was actually related to loss of family members by both the owner and his business partner. So unfortunately, they both lost. I think they both lost their mother, which is really sad. And so they both have kind of just lost their drive to run it. So Metropolis unfortunately has closed. There is a movement right now. I think it's an Indiegogo or a GoFundMe to see if someone might be able to restart Metropolis. There's a young entrepreneur in Sacramento who might be wanting to get it back up. We'll see what happens. So as always, in Metropolis, that's something that really couldn't be avoided because it was a family thing. But you should always support your local comic book stores because digital books, Kindle, iPad, everything, it makes it really easy to not support your local comic book store. But especially during December, like, sales tanked in December of comic books, which you'd think like people would be buying more for each other, but no, it's the winter.
It was one of the worst books. It's one of the worst months that they've seen on record for comic book retailers. So, not including the ones in SF, dude. The ones in SF, super hurt. Also, shout out, hey Drew, what's up in the chat,
Drew
bro?
in the TARDIS.
I haven't seen you since like a couple days ago when you came to visit me in person.
Where is Drew?
He's in the TARDIS.
Hi, Drew.
Steve is learning how Twitch works. He's like, where is he here?
People's in the TARDIS.
He's outside the window? Is that what it is?
So support your local comic book stores. I mean, if you're like me and you do maybe like your Marvel and DC digital, great. Do your indies local comic book store. Like, I increased my local comic books, my independent budget, which supports creators, and my local comic book store, Planet Empires. So yeah, just, I mean, luckily in Sacramento, we're really lucky. We have so many comic book stores. We have a lot of options. It sucks that we lost a Titan, the ancient Titan that was Broadway Comics. So hopefully he can keep going with the online sales, and maybe who knows, we'll see. We'll ever want to again. So sadly, that is real sad news. And now some moderately sad news.
It's sad news to me.
It's sad news to Amy.
You wrote this?
It's the monkey. The monkey was even more depressed than I was about this.
The monkey was crying about this.
The monkey is actually drinking again because of this.
You know.
What was it?
You just finished a bottle. What do you...
Dude, you need to be careful.
I'll give you the headline, and let Amy take it from here. The headline being, Gambit loses its third director. I.e. Get the crawdad where the rogue at.
She's not in the movie.
I.e.
Amy, if you could...
I can't pull myself. Dude.
Fine, then I will talk about it.
3!
Gambit has lost its third.
Third,
So,
you guys, what's wrong with you, Channing Tatum?
I don't think it's Channing Tatum.
He's the one under the accent.
But unfortunately, the Gambit film has hit yet another snag.
They haven't pushed back the release date for 2019.
They need to get something going then.
Yeah. Is it
don't tell me it's never going to happen, Drew. That's me.
Is it cast?
Part of it.
So, Drew, I half agree. I think this iteration is never going to happen. I think that Disney now is going to be like, hey, Fox, you keep messing this up. I think, yeah. Let Dad step in. Dad step in.
Let's get the Feig in here.
The dads are stepping in.
Let's get the Feig in here, Kevin. Come here.
Yeah.
You got it.
I think if anyone, I think Disney might have to just take the reins because in this iteration is never going to happen.
To be fair, I think in this case, we're using the wrong voice. It's more like,
oh my God,
let Daddy take over. Get the Feig. Get the Kevin Feig.
That actually sounded really good.
It's creepy when you say,
get the Feig.
Let Dad take over.
Let Daddy take over.
So, Drew in the TARDIS, I agree. Gambit, everyone loves Gambit. Like, Gambit is a staple of '90s comic books.
Remy
Like
LeBeau all day,
exactly.
bro.
Like people are all. I mean, if you watch the cartoon, if you read the books, like everyone loved
I still read them.
the lovable rogue
that
that Gambit is and was. So, what do you
are you
think?
just
So,
scrolling how many of them we've
We
lost?
have a screenplay that is written by Joshua Zitumer
Okay.
and Reed Carolyn. If we're looking for what the guys behind many of Tatum's movies, Reed Carolyn produced Magic Mike, White House Down, Magic Mike XXL, and 22 Jump Street.
No offense, I'm actually kind of proud of this. I've never seen Magic Mike, and I really
And I'll admit to it, I have.
more than once, if I recall.
It's funny.
That could also be a ham-fisted. That could be also a ham-fisted segue into my review of Zack Anime.
It's also my workout inspiration. What?
Apparently, somebody's been listening to Genuine Pony too much.
Hey, it's a great song. It's a great song. So there's your people behind the screenplay and the treatment. Something's written, but director-wise, they only have 2 people cast.
Oh.
We have Channing Tatum as Gambit and Lizzie Kaplan as we don't know.
TBD.
Just shows her name. That's all you have
Is
for
she
the cast.
Is she gonna be the girlfriend from the League?
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I don't know if you go that deep into
And
Gambit.
there's a horribly fan-made poster
Ew.
of it.
I'm telling you, it's.
I'm not even going to show the camera. Go
It's
to
not-
IMDb, look up Gambit,
Just
look
let
at the
it
fan
die.
poster.
Just let it die and let Disney take it over.
Oh.
Speaking of movies by Disney,
Is this the one we're all really excited about?
Yeah,
I think everyone is really.
Is the one that's coming next month?
It is this one coming next month.
The Revolution will not be televised.
Oh shoot!
Because Black Panther breaks the record for resale tickets of all Marvel films.
Pre-sale.
Pre-sale.
I put
No.
resale. I missed the P.
That was wondering why resale.
The P is silent.
I am like Ron Burgundy. Whatever's in the prompter,
Yeah.
I'm going to read it.
My news ticker was
If
screwed
you put a
up.
question mark there, I'm going to say it. But there you go. Pre-sale tickets for Black Panther.
Question mark?
Question mark? Out of all Marvel films, Black Panther breaks the record.
You buy your tickets.
Yes, I have tickets. I can't remember what day I'm going on. In unrelated but related news, if anyone wants to babysit,
You do need that now. Welcome to the team,
New
buddy.
dad, new parent right here.
new parent, Dr. Barry.
You may have heard
needs
her.
a babysitter.
A while ago.
Yeah, I
The Mr. Berry.
No, I turned the noise gate on so we can hear
Oh, so what I meant by that was don't forget that part.
it. But yes,
We have
so
no children in the safe house.
Black Panther. Yeah, we're just in one room underground.
That's it.
So Black Panther not only broke the record, smashed the record.
You mean Hulk smash?
Hulk smashed for pre-sale tickets. That being said,
T'Challa.
Drew
Drew
and the
is feeling
TARDIS
it.
ran into the issue. Luckily they had just opened more because I checked and they were sold out.
No.
And then they opened another showing, and my wife managed to snag some tickets.
Ooh.
It's going fast. I think it's gonna be one of the. I don't think it's gonna reach Star Wars levels because
it's
Star
getting
Wars.
close.
Star Wars, they had like 3:30 and 5:30 showings, like AM, like Thursday. They had Thursday night all the way up until like the morning. I don't think it's gonna be like
Ready
that.
for work.
But I think that they're.
Sorry, I gotta go back on that joke after you finish. Go.
I think at this point, I think it's twofold. One, I think every Marvel movie is just going to keep plowing through it, but I think Black Panther, especially, just because of what it means.
Oh yeah.
It's like Wonder Woman. Wonder Woman being the first female lead superhero movie. It was a big deal. It wasn't just that it was Wonder Woman. It's that it was a woman, and I feel like Black Panther having a primarily black cast.
Yes.
Black director, being a historically powerful black character. I think it's I saw someone I follow on Twitter who's a vocal blogger basically said, hey, can we just all agree that he happens to be black? And he said, can we all just agree that even if we don't like it, we all just praise Black Panther like it's the greatest thing ever?
Yes.
Because it's just it needed it's not just that it's going to be an awesome superhero movie. It's what it means.
It's the
absolutely. Impact of a black lead charter. Like it's huge.
It's what I was most excited about, even in Civil War when you get Tony versus Cap. I didn't know much about Black Panther, and seeing the character, that suit, his style, everything about the character, and this cast is outstanding. You have Michonne from Walking Dead in there. You have my Twitter friend, my Twitter bro, Sterling K. Brown, who's winning every freaking TV award
Sterling
that's
K.
out
Brown
there.
is in it?
He's in it.
Yeah.
He's in it. He's winning every award right now for TV shows. He makes you cry every time you watch This Is Us. And now he's in Black Panther. Randall.
It's the cast for it is huge, but let's not even just look. Let's
Michael
look
B.
past
Jordan.
the cast. Michael B. Jordan, Chadwick Boseman,
Mm-hmm.
the director,
Boom.
hometown hero, the director of Creed,
Yep. Creed.
director of Fruitvale Station. What's his name, Steve's?
Ryan Coogler.
Ryan Coogler.
Boom.
Hometown hero, repping Sacktown for Marvel, for Disney. I am so excited for everything about it. It's gonna, everything, look, the feel, everything about it is just.
Yeah, actually, that's about as close as you can get to an actual response of how excited we
Yeah, no,
just noise.
yeah.
Sorry, Soundgate.
Sacramento's going to kill it with the indie film with Lady Bird, Greta Gerwig,
Dude, did
and
you
now
see
the Marvel.
they won?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And now
yeah,
Marvel with the
yeah.
Black Panther.
And so for Luke Bill in the chat, yes, Black Lightning coming to CW
Tonight. That's right.
I'm stoked for
That's
it.
right.
And yes, that joke was late, so
But the joke. But I love that joke.
the Fox didn't want to take
Fox didn't want to take the
the
Gambit.
Gambit.
Don't see yourself
and
out of
I feel like so during the TARDIS, a lot of people weren't really like Black Panther wasn't a character that was necessarily in their field of vision until Civil War brought him to the forefront.
Which I think people were even more excited for him than they were for Spider-Man, which was hilarious and fantastic to see. Because it's just
Well, we knew Spider-Man, we'd seen Spider-Man, we'd never seen Black Panther. That was just
First popped up, and he's holding the shield, and Cap's having a hard time keeping the shield up.
yeah, I'm all about it. That was the scratching, by the way.
Scratch.
So
We're excited about Black Panther, big time.
Yes.
It's only a month away. It's only a month away. That's how you should celebrate your
Oh,
Valentine's
it is.
Day.
You know,
Black Panther.
remember Deadpool had that run the other year.
That's right.
Valentine's Day.
That's right.
I think it's time
Black
somebody else
That's right.
comes through.
dethroned. What else we got in the news?
In our next story,
Beep, 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 beep. No, do not. Don't. Where did he get that other bottle?
third bottle. You want a vodka this time? That's
That's
just
just drunken monkey.
Did
That's
somebody
just
leave
great.
him a bucket? Because if it gets bad, I do not want to be in that angle.
bad influence. Anyway, our next story: DC tops the sales of comics in December. DC topping the sales.
They haven't in a while.
A long while.
In a long while. To be fair, they topped a historically, like Amy said, low month. So it's like
It's like when the Niners beat the Rams,
exactly
the second string Rams.
We're the king of Garbage Mountain.
Still felt great.
It happens.
And honestly, I mean, DC has been over the last couple months has not been topping sales, but has been topping shipping numbers.
They've been winning hearts and minds, if we're going to take that terminology. They've been winning hearts and minds, but they're just not making all the money that they need to.
Because they have so many books out. And they're also their titles are most of their titles are in the top selling. You know, we got the Metal, White Knight,
Gotham Garage.
all of
We've got
those.
the Batman single, the run for Batman, everything.
Tom
in
King,
Metal.
Batman, like
Mr. Miracle.
Mr. Miracle, like
That's right.
so many titles, and yet they still weren't taking
Raven.
the
Yeah.
top spot. Now they took the top spot. I don't think they're going to keep it. Sadly,
We'd like them to. We'd like everyone to get on that DC train too.
Well,
and especially for Tom.
With our last story too, with Black Panther coming out in February, you can see whenever a movie of a publisher comes out, I see that publisher getting sales for that, at least for that month, that open weekend, because hey, Black Panther's out. Let's go read a Black Panther book. Hey.
Yeah.
Which was a big problem that I had today at the shop. Yes, we were open at Empire's Comics Vault, located on 1120 Fulton Avenue, Suite K, Sacramento. Hey, we were open today, and I had a lot of people that came in looking specifically for volume 1s of Black Panther, but they did not want to read the new stuff. I know, for some reason...
the new stuff is amazing.
The new
Code
stuff's good.
Story.
I know,
Codes
Codes
is so good.
But they wanted to start from traditional.
I
They
started
wanted
with
to start
Codes.
from, they wanted to start at 98.
Okay. I was about to say, they want to start in the 60s?
No, they wanted 98. They didn't want 60s.
Why?
So, I don't know why. I just do my job.
You should question why are you
Valkyrie.
buying this?
Anywho, I didn't have volume 1s for 98.
Yeah, who does?
So, originally we did. We have volume 2, 3, and 4.
Okay, never mind then.
Anywho, because I like that word.
Anywho.
Anywho, I was able to... you know you want it. I was able to deter some people towards the Coates run.
Nice.
And get some volume 1s out into some people's hands.
That's where I started.
I think Darth Vader also is the one that's consistently up on Black Panther if he's paying attention in chat.
Well, and I feel like the movie, something tells me it's going to take a lot from the Coates run. I mean, it's again like a New York Times best-selling author, super popular right now. Like, why wouldn't they again like reference a black writer, reference a black artist?
A handshake with his sister.
Yeah, everything about it. Like I think they're gonna want to reference that a lot. Darth Vader in the chat.
He's like, hey.
So I personally, I mean, if you're gonna check it out, like start with a nation. I could just linked on the volume 1. Nation Under Our Feet. Ooh, sorry. A Black Panther. It's the Coates and Stelfreeze run. It is
beautiful.
It is so well done.
It's Italian kiss.
Yes, it is just exactly.
Paisano.
So on that note.
It seems Conan O'Brien's coming to Marvel.
What? Wait, Conan O'Brien?
Hang on. Excuse me, everyone. Let me. I'm gonna add the ticker real fast. If you all just.
Oh, Conan the Barbarian returning to Marvel. That's what it was.
So I thought it was Conan O'Brien, and I was like, "That's
Conan O'Brien does have a lot of pull in the comic book. I was about to say, are we doing the? So Conan the Barbarian, the rights to Conan the Barbarian, since I think late 90s, have been with Dark Horse. Dark Horse Comics has had the rights to Conan the Barbarian for a while now. Most recently, they did a crossover. Gail Simone wrote the crossover Conan and Wonder Woman that was fantastic. So I...
come on, do it. Come on, bring Conan back. Come on. Yeah, come back to the Marvels. Come on. Do it now. Give me the sword.
Still haven't seen that.
Because you need to watch those because now I'm just thinking of all like the hilarious one-liners from Conan the Barbarian.
Put the cookie down now. Is that
Jingle all the way. Jingle all the way.
Yeah, it's jingle. I mean,
I know. I just wanted to yell it.
But at one point when he's just looking around, he's just like, "Get to the cave!" and then another point when he's just like, "Get to the boat!" Like it's the stupidest.
Apparently, we need to get to something.
That being said.
Hey.
The comic book rights are going back to Marvel, I believe, in 2020. I don't think it might be 2019 or 2020. Conan the Barbarian will be returning to Marvel. Now, what they're going to do with it is a whole other thing. Like, what if they're going to shelve him, if they're going to try to bring him into the current stuff, if they're going to try to maybe add him to, like, the Savage Land kind of storyline.
I'm trying to remember who did the watercolor one. Like, 2010. There's like a really good one.
I'm not sure. What are you?
Why are you giggling?
I'm so laughing at the scenes he's talking about with those lines.
Where he's just like, "Keep." Crom laughs before wins.
What?
So Crom is the god that the god of war.
I kept thinking Crawl. Isn't Crawl warrior?
CROM. I don't know why I'm doing that.
Get to the boat.
He's like the warrior king god that Conan like worships. But the thing about him is he doesn't care about people. Like, if you're a warrior, like, whatever, you're a warrior. But if you pray to him, like... So, at one point, they're talking about, like, the 4 winds, like, and all this stuff. And he doesn't say it as fast as that, but he's just like... But he's basically just like, Crom laughs to 4 winds. Because he's...
Get to the cave!
Get to the boat!
Sorry.
I love Conan the Barbarian so much. I love every iteration. I really want the King Conan, which was in talks for a long time. Arnold Schwarzenegger doing older Conan the Barbarian. And actually, if you're interested in it, the remake with Aquaman, with Khal Drogo, with Jason Momoa was actually really entertaining.
Really
Not in like a high quality, like theatrical film experience. It was a fun action barbarian flick. Like,
What's 2019, by the way, that's returning to Marvel?
2019 will be returning to Marvel. So, who knows who's going to write it? I mean, I can think of a billion writers who do a great job. David Barry. Amy Nunez.
All 3 of us.
I'd vote you guys first. I'm just there to cheer on the people that...
Yeah, so I'm down with it.
You do dialogue.
I'll do dialogue. You do...
Get to the boat.
Come last to forward. We're all about that.
Apparently they're laughing at the forward so much that I still can't find what I was looking for. But I remember very strongly that there's a Conan that did watercolors for a while. I have to find it.
There's always Franzetta, the Franzetta Conan the Barbarian artwork. Which, if you've never seen the Franzetta Conan the Barbarian. I'm pulling it up here on the computer for them
We're
to
all
see.
looking at the farthest screen.
Because he did not Franzetta, I'm sorry. He did like these classic.
Ooh.
Oh,
Yeah, like these classic, like this was all him, and it's funny because a lot of it is.
Why is there a death horse?
It has nothing to do with the stories. It was just like people were like, "Oh, when did this happen in the
Why
books?"
not?
And they're like, "No, it never really did." He's just
Look, he's wearing a tea kettle on his head.
yeah. Frazetta is just legendary when it comes to Conan the Barbarian artwork. So
also, there was a Link.
oh yeah, Link holding the sword. I was like, Link. What? So in other news, not news.
Oh, Monkey, we're done.
Get out of here, you drunken
No,
sapien.
he's gonna break things. Let him
He just fell over. We'll leave him there.
He's out.
We'll leave him there.
He's so cute when he just passes out.
I know.
Loosen your tie.
Like he's just.
He just
So in other news, first off, referencing back, Drew in the TARDIS, yes, do it. Get the first volume of Black Panther. You will not be disappointed. It is great. It sets up all kinds of political intrigue and all kinds of cool stuff. So 2018 is going to be a big year for the Crusaders. What you might see, because towards the end of last year, you saw a lot of video game streams. We're going to try to maintain some of those, trying to engage people. What you're going to see more of is stuff like this. Not just our big production in the comic book store, sometimes kind of a stripped down, basically, what's the word I'm looking for? Taking some pressure off of Curtis. That's basically what we're doing.
Buddy.
We're taking, because Curtis, I don't know if you guys know this, if you've ever been to one of our live shows and you've seen the setup that Curtis employs,
or even if you've seen our behind the scenes that I do,
it is
masterful and intense.
When we first got it, when we first set everything up and we weren't really like doing much with it, but we still had it, it was, we had bought a Ferrari for the Uber drivers. It did the job. But it
looked pretty cool, but we're
but as time went on, the quality and everything was phenomenal, and that is all Curtis at Calm Down Warning at Existential Romeo. So we're gonna do a little bit less of those, mainly just so we can not stress him out first off, but also so we can have little like short chats. Like we don't have to set up all the equipment, just talk about something like a movie review or something like that. We can do something quick and dirty. So that's in 2018. We're gonna be having a lot more of that. We're gonna be still going to cons and stuff. We're gonna
I gotta post a whole bunch more of that from Sac Anime.
Yeah, because we're gonna talk about Sac Anime here in a minute. We're gonna be doing more gaming streams. Amy finally has a decent enough computer.
I can actually go back
in
to
her home,
actually doing
so she could do a Twitch stream, so she can have the Jane Unseen.
It might just be all scary movies.
And you can watch Conan the Barbarian. And Crom can laugh at the Four Winds.
Yeah, and you can go to the cave.
Yeah, and get to the boat.
Yeah.
I need to get to the boat, but I'm motion sick.
Well, that's okay. So, Amy.
Yes. Praise be, Darth Vader. Praise be.
Darth Vader. First con of the year was Sac Anime.
It was Sac Anime.
I mean, they had all the voices of Overwatch.
Actually, the last 8 that they needed.
Yeah, and they were all had SF Shock gear on. So shout out to SF Shock, Team NRG, Corey Vincent, VGB, blah blah blah, so on and so forth.
We love you, VGB. Thanks for having me on the other night.
Even though SF Shock didn't look so great in their opening game, they looked good against Shanghai. So I'm pulling for them still. So Amy,
David has the best shirts, as we understand. Thank you, Deputy.
There's Manderson.
There he is, Deputy
Junior Cheeseburger.
He might be Lieutenant Deputy.
He might get upgraded here in a bit, depending. We might be playing some Dungeons and Dragons.
Dope shirt for sure.
It's not like I'm wearing a D20 or anything.
Yeah, your D20 is cool, but look at the.
I kind of feel like
the Schwamp thing.
There's a bunch of Hydras.
I didn't.
Bunch of Hydras online right now. Is that what's happening?
Okay. I didn't even wear the comic shirt.
So,
Joe's in chat too. Hi, Joe.
But you do have this sweet D20 necklace, which
I did acquire for Here's My Ham-Fisted Ziggy. Besides those I got this sexy, adorable necklace from Sac Anime. So it was our first con of the new year. It usually is a very large beast of a machine. It was a burst. It was very hot on the con floor.
Yeah.
It was really good. No, not like, hey.
Oh.
It was...
No, that hot.
Like this hot? Like this close together? Man, the weather's great in here. Feels good.
You better get that towel to dab.
These nerds need to learn how to.
It was.
Oh, Manderson, shut up, you.
You know his wife is an Amy, so that's why he gets to tell it she's always beautiful.
And now balanced with everyone. We're all happy.
Okay, so I will try. All egos can get stroked, and I don't need it. That's a clip if ever there's one. Okay, so it was really good.
Wow.
We had the final 8 for Overwatch that came through. So there was a big giant panel. There was a whole bunch of anime voiceover acters. There was
Ruby is that
all the ladies from Ruby were there. Vic Mangiona and Todd Habercorn were there, which I've met Todd in a juxtaposition. It was fun. The guy that's the voice of Mario was there. Charles,
like
Mario Brothers?
like it's a me.
Yes.
He was there?
That's the second time.
It's a me, Mario.
I told you both to come.
Sorry if I have a baby who's less than 30 days old.
Drew's going to Emerald City.
Oh, that's really nice.
Yeah, dude. That's the mecca for comic
You
comic
gotta follow the Yellow Brick Road.
Okay. So it turned out really well. I had a lot of fun. I only ended up doing for like a day and a half. So for summer, Second May summer, I saw the Will, and Lion Cat.
Wheaton?
No.
Oh.
From Saga.
Got it. The Will.
The Will.
Oh, okay.
The Will, not the brand.
The Will.
The Will and Lion Cat. And I posted it. And this time, I saw a Marco and an Alana.
Yes.
And they looked great.
They were great. They were really well done.
They were actually trying to find the Will and Lion Cat because they were supposed to team up. And they couldn't find each other on the floor.
Group cosplays.
Which I thought was even funnier because they're usually on the run. So, that was really nice. There was a mess of variations of Reapers, too.
Yes.
And there was one that was in a maid's outfit. That was even better.
The pink one?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, the Kawaii Reaper.
He's like, no. But I think the hallmark of my night, shout out to All Podcasts Matter. I saw you guys and Keen.
That's a great name.
Keen and Victor, they're from San Jose.
Hey.
I met them at Silicon Valley Comic Con, which we will be going to again this year. Hey.
You better
Because Stan's supposed to be there for
Stan.
Silicon.
Yeah.
So it was really so they have a very special thing that they're a part of. One of them was very sober and the other one wasn't. I love you guys. And also we saw for Gamers HQ.
Yeah.
They were there too.
Aaron?
Yes.
Rebecca?
Yes. Well, Becca's on there, but Aaron's wife is pretty.
Yes.
And she looked great. It was adorable. Also, when you have in full cosplay where I'm walking by and they go, "Is that Amy?" I'm like, "Hey, you guys!
That's Amy.
You can see me through my hair," because nobody else could.
Oh.
I'm really ashamed of all of you.
Oh, you guys dropped the ball.
But our friend Neeligan was there. He had Empire's booth. He was knocking it out of the park. Jen Monson, who's Geno Art, she makes the koi ponds, and she also painted the bathroom
at Empires.
And Empires.
Yeah.
There's
Nice.
also a Easter egg in there. She was there.
She painted an
painted an Easter egg in the bathroom.
There wasn't like something that ties back to some movie.
Yeah.
No. It's a painted egg for Easter Bunny.
Oh,
Exactly.
I thought it was like, hey, it's the thing from that one movie. It wasn't the thing with that.
And we also got to see the return of Jeremy Rathbone, who I scared the crap out of. His wife passed away. He's one of our local artists. His wife passed away this last year. And it was really nice to see him, even though I scared the bejeebers out of him because I'd been following his story and stuff and his work on Instagram, and he'd been moved from the scene for a little bit. Then, the capstone of my night, Skeletor.
Oh.
Hey, man!
No, literally.
Hey, man!
If you guys could not join me, I will save it, and I will figure out a way to repost it. There was display wrestling.
Which isn't wrestling.
It was not wrestling. I thought it was. I got really excited.
It's just promos.
It's promos, but you want to know what the best part is?
It's a rap battle.
What you gonna do, brother?
But I needed them here, and I did it for them, and both of the guys weren't there.
Oh, yeah. Cream of the crop, mean Gene.
This makes me unnecessarily happy. Thank you, by the way, for both doing my favorite.
The power of the warrior.
That's still breaking the.
He always has his back turned.
Yeah, and then he turns around and he just cocaine. I thought, and then because son of a plumber, baby, everyone get a little American dream.
I'm doing that to blow, baby. Woo!
Yeah.
Okay,
and then
so I really
flying.
hoped they were going to wrestle because SPW puts it on and they actually do a full
Pro wrestling.
They're great. They're super duper nice.
Yeah.
I believe the Azoria one got to interview some
did.
folks when we were at
The champ
The champ
when
at
he
the
was
time,
the champ.
Aaron Sky
and Daniel Torch.
Daniel Torch. I got to feel it was amazing. I was like the backstage interviewer.
You were Michael Cole.
I was Michael Cole
with the frosted tips.
Without I didn't have my frosted tips at that moment. I saw a kick out of nowhere.
Yeah.
It was sold beautifully.
Ooh.
We even slowed it down for you to see how amazing it was.
You can still watch it on our website and on our YouTube if you want to revisit that.
So wrestling cosplay.
Yeah, so wrestling cosplay, it was a lot of promos, but I live streamed almost the entire thing until my phone died.
Sit there with your John 3:16. Austin 3:16 says I just whipped your ass. We need a friggin' just for him. We need a.
When you're Austin, you gotta say, "I'm sorry." Promos are loud. I'm sorry.
But the person that won. So the defending Blackout cosplay champion was Pikachu Libre. Yes,
Stone
that was
Cold.
right.
That's not Stone Cold.
No, but the person that won was Skeletor.
Hey man.
Exactly. And I've got videos of him winning. I've got videos of his taunts.
Hey man.
And he did sound like that. That was the best part.
Yeah,
like, that was the best part. So the other contenders for the night, mind you, were Darth Vader. A guy that was trying to be Columbo.
So when you said you saw the lady, where exactly did you see the lady? Was it the third or the fourth day of the week?
Pretty much like that. We had...
Watch Columbo.
Okay. I always think of the sourdough bread.
He kind of looked like sourdough bread in the trench coat.
Columbo.
We had Soldier 76, who was a heel, like straight up,
Nice.
like heel.
I'm not your father.
Exactly. Yeah. He's like, I'm not your sexy grandpa.
Yeah.
And I was like,
if you're in the nether regions too, that's a heel. Oh God, why did you do that?
No, it was nice because remember, I'm baby to wrestling, and I trust you too, and I'm just like, I reckon
We passed.
I got that. I
Wrestling
got the joke.
Speaking of which, for those of you who are interested in professional wrestling,
oh wait, this is a ham-fisted all day.
On a global scale.
Oh wait, is this what I think it is?
So
is it what?
The WWE,
yes,
okay,
has WrestleMania,
yes,
which is their Super Bowl. That is their big event.
It's held at football stadiums.
Now, across the pond.
That way across the pond or that way across
in the land of the rising sun.
That way across the sun.
Yeah. There's a certain organization called NJPW, New Japan Pro Wrestling. They are basically the WWE of the rest of the world. Mm-hmm. They have this little event every January 4th called Wrestle Kingdom.
Did I miss it? Better get on that. Better get yourself on that stool, people.
So, here's what I'm going to tell you. You are a fan of professional wrestling in any way. If you were a fan of the Attitude Era, if you're a fan of the Golden Era, if you're a fan of the PG Era, or the Reality Era, or the Shield, or CM Punk, or Hogan, NWO, WCW, ECW, NWA, TNA, what you need to do, you need to go and you need to watch Wrestle Kingdom 12, which is the January 4th event of this year. Change your world. Amy, you were saying.
This has been a PSA by the doctor.
I am the best in the world at what I do. That's your hint.
So, basically, now I feel completely like torn. Anyway, Skeletor won. He beat him. He did, which is literally. I will post the 2-minute taunt video because we had 2 old grandpas, and he's in the middle of the ring with the mic and the voice, like doing the dance, and also the arms.
Yeah.
And he's in full Skeletor, so everybody's in full outfits.
Did he have the?
No, he did not. He
didn't have the staff.
No. Because he wasn't allowed to bring things in. I mean, the other guy that was the commentator for the night was Super Mario, and he was a very large Mario. And while he came out, mind you, he was throwing gold coins at people, and I'm used to that.
Thanks, Max. Trump thing.
Thanks, Max. Apparently, I need to wear more.
So when Skeletor won, did he then say that he is the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be? Oh, he didn't.
He didn't.
Does this mean he's the legend? Does it mean he's the icon? Is he the show stopper?
See, I started the wrestling thing, and now Steve's is just gone.
Well, see,
and Max, yes, it is.
I would like to preface that both of you need to come to the next event.
Yes,
because I need support and to learn from. You're not my senpais. I'd like to learn from some senseis because I don't got. No, you're not my senpai.
Pog champ. Yeah, no, we don't want to be senpais. We want to be senseis. We don't want to notice her senpai.
True. Question.
Yeah.
Tell me what you think about me.
There it is.
Skeletor. What is his name?
Skeletor.
It doesn't matter what his name is.
God damn it. if you're using headphones
I'm
to listen to
sorry.
this episode, to watch, I apologize.
We talking about wrestling.
We were talking about comic books, then we talked about a con, then we talked about wrestling, then we talked about some other
The
wrestling.
most electrifying man in all of entertainment.
I have
I've heard this one.
Bret the Hitman Hart up there. Actually, you know what's funny? Completely unrelated. Just because segue,
We're
because
feeling it. We
yeah,
have
'cause
this.
I don't
can't
care.
Everyone's
I'm
deaf
not-
now.
I'm
Everyone's
not
deaf.
following the.
Everyone's deaf.
I'm just gonna get rid of the outline for the episode. So I recently, became a father.
Oh, that's
We've
what happened.
We've talked about this already.
That's what that is.
So in the last couple weeks,
A couple of weeks.
I have basically just watched
How much?
That 70s Show,
Mm-hmm.
Friends,
Office.
Scrubs, The Office. And I saw an episode of That 70s Show that I'd never seen, where Eric and Red go to a wrestling match put on by the WWF. And the star attraction is Soul Man Rocky Johnson, played by his son, The Rock. And there was also another match between the Hardy Brothers.
Oh yeah,
You guys, the mullet wigs, that was the
Yeah.
Hardys.
So that was the year that Rock was starting his TV movie star career. He did That 70s Show. He played his father, and he was on Star Trek Voyager. He wrestled
709.
Yes, he wrestled her in the ring, and he even shows the eyebrow too when he does it.
With
But
his weird
with his weird alien forehead.
butt chin thing.
Yeah, that was the year where it began. Then came The Mummy
Keldor?
Returns.
Eldor.
Eldor, boom.
Joe? Eldor?
On it. So, yeah, that was all I had.
That's. I thought you were going to start
Didn't
being
he-
like, now let me show you.
Wasn't he rocking like an afro in that
Yeah,
episode
yeah,
too?
And then he talks about it. He's like, someday my son will be the most electrifying man in all of sports entertainment. You're like, oh yeah, get it because
It's a rock. Rock.
so
Zach Anime.
yeah. How was
I
the
had
rest
fun.
of it?
I
That's
had
good.
fun. It was a time for caring, time for sharing, time for crying, time for people in random amounts of clothing to cosplay
Ooh.
and be awesome.
Ooh.
I also love to see, because it was so cold outside but so dang hot inside, the drastic measures people took to stay cool in their cosplay.
Gross.
It was fantastic.
Oh dear.
Joe knows exactly what I'm talking about because I saw you buying all those pint cups, bro.
Luke is back after seeing himself out after that terrible Gambit.
But I loved his
joke.
Gambit joke.
And now he's back.
Also, I know who Luke Bill is.
Who is Luke Bill?
Somebody I saw at Zach Anime. Hey!
Do we know Luke Bill?
You get the joke? You might have.
What's the joke?
Hi, Breaking Reality Gaming.
Explain the joke.
It's a Bill and Ted joke.
With the first one or the second one?
First one.
Or Bogus Journey more.
Who watched
They play chess with death.
The princesses are in there. And they also play Twister with Death. And then they start a band and Death solo act and it's back. Eldor is Skeletor's real name. Thank you, Joe.
Thanks,
I am
Joe.
he who is called I am. Oh, good lord. I started.
Beard would look good under Mike. Oh,
Hey.
hey there.
Oh.
Hey there. So does Skeletor now say that if you want to be the man, you have to beat the man?
At this point, you might have.
Woo! I toned it down.
There was actually a lot of people there going, woo! Wow, that was decisive.
I love.
What was what the second one was? I wanted to read it.
I love.
Oh, so we don't know who that person was.
No.
Oh, okay, cool.
I love Jozilla going for the full like Skeletor history on us right now, like Skeletor history lesson.
Thank you, Joe.
Which again, unrelated, the Thundercats
Oh.
He-Man comic book crossover.
Was
Really well done.
we also brought it up when the deaths?
Yeah, because they friggin' killed He-Man. Yeah, they actually killed He-Man.
Graphically.
Graphically, yeah.
Game over.
Yeah,
I
game
brought
over,
this up.
man. Game over.
So it's like after he kills him, is there like a moment where Skeletor's like,
Oh,
is Skeletor like for a while? Now what do I do? Tell He-Man. And,
Well, so that's the thing. So
Snarf,
it wasn't Skeletor that killed him.
oh,
It was
Mum Ra.
Mum Ra from Thundercats.
oh.
He gets the sword and he kills him. So he's like this ultimate evil power now.
Skeletor's like, dude,
Yeah.
Man,
my kill.
Is it too late to talk about Dark Knight's Metal?
it is
Technically?
not.
I'm not cut up.
Or Doomsday Clock?
Oh.
I'm not cut up there either.
So here's
Also, Dark Knight's Metal comes out this week again.
yes. So because Doomsday Clock is only on issue 2.
Good, won't be bad.
Yeah, and then Metal 5 or 6 is coming out. 6. Yes. Yeah. No, I am not caught up, but I have a great excuse, and it's crying in the room next door.
Oh,
5.
that's right.
That is my
Max
child.
says it's 5.
That's
I
right,
thought 6
child.
was coming out.
Hey, how about we do this funny little thing where
We're checking the internet.
we look at what
We're gonna Google
6
things
is
now.
February. Thank you, Max.
We can say
Apparently.
Google, right? We're gonna search things now.
Yeah, Comics List is my jam.
I
Can we plug Comics List? I'd like them to be our sponsor.
Yeah, I would be totally down with
I
that.
think we
Comics
just
list
did.
is pretty
Can we
solid.
get
I think we
Damn.
just did.
To get out your
Comics
seat and
List.
jump around.
Metal.
So those
We don't
reprints.
have a metal coming out this week.
Oh, it's reprints.
Yeah. Yeah, so 6 will be coming out eventually.
That's comiclist.com.
They will all be coming out at some point. 6 is February. Thanks, Max.
To get
I have them all like sitting in my other office, just wait.
They're off.
Yeah.
There's 2.
No.
I mean, other safe house. I don't have an option for all these different rooms. Just fill that in.
I believe they do this comic and comics release dates, and they also send you to links where you could possibly buy said comics.
Crazy. But you shouldn't buy them online. You should buy them from your local comic book store, like
Image.
Empire's
Oh,
Comics
right,
Vault.
that one.
Located at 1120 Fulton Avenue, Suite K in Sacramento, California.
And you should also shop at other local comic book stores.
We could, there's a couple around here.
They're comfortable.
Yeah, no, it's
See, we could trade next time. Do you want to be over here? Because then you could be, you could have hella cool above your head.
Gonna fall on me.
Because who's hella cool?
America. That about wraps it up for this week's episode of the Capeless Crusaders. Might be nice to read it all in one setting. I feel you. No, I'm not a trade watcher.
That was a bad shot.
I'm not a trade watcher, but I feel like. What are you doing over there?
Holding it up.
Oh, got it. I'm not a trade watcher, but I get why, because you can read it all in one fell swoop. My local comic book store doesn't have the issue I want and can't order it. Well, that'd be something either oddly independent or old. And if that's the case...
No, you go across the street. Don't expect any shenanigans from
you.
Luke.
If it makes you feel better, he works for the place that you guys work.
Oh,
I just did it for the faces.
That's great. Just gonna sip this real
in
loud.
In what capacity?
In the capacity of that he's at the campus.
Oh, like Elk Grove?
Yeah.
Oh, see, okay. Well, I mean, yeah, dude, if it's old, I feel you. Like, if you want to track it down somewhere and buy it, like, that's totally cool. And if Ben can't track it down, like, that's totally cool. God, it's warm. But
you're sitting between somebody very hot and somebody mildly attractive, so it helps.
That's not attractive.
Temperature
I thought I was actually referring to... Oh, wow, okay, you gave me more credit for this than I expected.
You pointed at yourself, I thought.
No, I pointed at him.
Oh.
I said hot and mildly attractive.
Whatever. Anyway, that's going to about wrap it up for this week's episode of The Capeless Crusaders.
I'm also very warm. I'm wearing sweats.
Next time, what we might do is we might stick around, we might play some video games afterwards, but I don't have anything set up yet.
Dude,
but
we need to bring some...
No, I have it all ready.
I got extra stuff and things.
You can, but we don't have it. I don't have anything hooked up yet.
We can play Zork. Commodore 64. I
don't want to go that old.
I got my Atari too, but it's adapted so you can play
Zork!
anything.
It'll be a little. It might be a little boring for some people.
You'd be eaten by Gru. Shush.
There it is. Anyway, my name is David Barry at Dr. Barry on varying social media platforms. Hey, how about to my left?
This is the Azorian one, Anthony Steves. And I bring the fire.
No, there it
Oh
is.
my god.
And Amy.
Because apparently, just like pointing at me is not enough. I'm Amy. You can find me at iJaneUrobot on all of the stuff, including the Xbox. I might not respond, but I'm doing really good at Overwatch now, and I'm just basically a chick.
As always, our sponsors, we have them listed up over here. Empire's Comics Vault, our favorite local comic book store, Computer Booter, local computer repairs, mobile device repairs, retro games, retro game lounge. Check it out. And also, if you see us right there, check out thecapelesscrusaders.com. You can find all of our content, our blogs, our information, our next posts, so on and so forth. Check us out here. Drop a follow if you enjoyed what we were doing. Because check us out. We're going to be doing it more often, as often as we can. Yeah, that product placement. You know what up. So
That's how we do.
that is
Apparently.
gonna wrap it for this week's episode. So let me
Should we give a shout out to our favorite person hanging on chat and keeping it locked down
All
as
our
he's
people.
de-stressified? Curtis.
Oh, got it.
That
Curtis,
guy.
at Calm Down Warning, at Existential Romeo, Darth Vader. Check him out this week. Streaming some Smash. I think he's going to be streaming some Smash again. So
We also got our boy down south, tall, dark, not ugly, Tom,
On everything.
shopping his short film around the festivals in SoCal, Half a Glass.
who should be on next week's episode.
What?
Live from Los Angeles.
What?
So drop a follow and check it out next week.
Boom.
We're going to be here. We're all going to be here.
We'll be
We
here.
should be here.
For the Capeless Crusaders, welcome to 2018. Good night.
Good night.